Antonio's body stiffened as his hourglass-shaped cursor hovered over a recently sent strange email on the gray-blue screen of his office's bulky CRT monitor. Subject: End-of-day terminations, confidential. In front of him sat a short list of coworkers scheduled to be fired by 5 p.m. This has to be some kind of prank, he thought while frantically scrolling up to the sender bar. But when he opened the recipient list, he was the only name sandwiched neatly between those of the top C-suite officials of his company. If he was fired today, he wouldn't be able to make it to tenure. And with tenure went what he was truly after: the annual all-expense-paid personal trip to anywhere in the world initially. He found it odd that no one in the office made it to 10 years. He passed that up to thinking that everyone had just moved on to new and better opportunities. Antonio's shock cracked at the sound of a knock against the thin wall of his cubicle. In walked his boss. Antonio's eyes flickered from the never-changing, stern expression of his face, the sloppily hidden familiar pink paper deliberately tucked between a few pieces of blank paper, and the clock mounted above the filing cabinets that read 4:45 p.m. "Ah, Mr. Morales," his boss stepped closer. In his usual monotonous tone, he said, "I just need a minute of your time." Of course. Of course this rotten old man would choose 15 minutes to quitting time. Who would suspect a last-minute conversation? As you know, his stubby yet bony fingers pinched the creased corner of the bright pink paper. "The company has been undergoing some changes." His boss slowly drew out the slip. "And with change comes difficult decisions. So it brings me no joy to tell you that today will be your last," the slip now in full view. "I need to use the restroom," Antonio blurted as he bolted past his short but terrifying boss and sprinted across the office. He slammed himself into the farthest stall in the men's restroom. What am I going to do? He gripped his work bag tightly that he took with him on impulse. Should I jump out the window? No. We're on the 4th floor. That'll kill me. Should I just stay in here till 5? I gotta give the old man the slip before he gives me the slip. The stall door beside him creaked shut. A moment later, something hovered beneath the wall separating the two stalls. Something pink. "Mr. Morales," the boss said evenly. Antonio hollered when his brain finally registered what it was. Who it was in the stall next to him. Really? It brings me no pleasure, but in a split second, his feet took off like lightning, carrying him out of the restroom and straight into the hallway. Antonio charged toward the elevators. As long as he doesn't hand it to me before 5, I'll be okay. I just need to last 6 more minutes. Pattering footsteps echoed behind him. "Don't tell me." Antonio whipped his head behind him. "Mr. Morales," his boss called, voice maddeningly calm. "It'll only be a moment of your time. I just need a minute of your attention." How is he saying that without even breaking a sweat? "Get away from me," Antonio shouted. He turned toward the elevator just as people filed in. "Hold the door. Please, hold the door," Antonio gasped. Just as he was one step from entering, the doors slid shut in his face. For a brief, horrifying moment, Antonio watched the reflection of his luxury trips disappear with them. That thought vanished as he saw the reflection of his boss quickly gaining ground on him. Antonio ran towards the stairwell and at a last moment had the idea to pull the fire alarm. The bell shrieked. Instantly, employees spilled into the hallways from every department, confused and alarmed. Antonio borderline glided down the stairs, taking them 2 at a time, weaving through the chaos and putting as much distance as possible between himself and that wicked little man. The moment Antonio burst through the exit and into the open air, the clock struck 5 p.m. Yes. Antonio's arms shot up. His tenure was locked in. The cool breeze hit his face, heavenly against his sweat-soaked skin. He yanked his work bag into his sedan, slammed the door, and floored it toward the weekend he had rightfully earned.